Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Emily and this is my channel Books for Life. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please make sure you hit that red button down below. So today I am here to talk to you about some of the series that I want to read in 2020. I did fairly well with this last year. I read many of the series that I had on my list, but definitely not all of them. And I'm going to talk more about that in my 2019 wrap up when I give you all my stats and stuff, but to be honest with you, I haven't even figured that out yet. So I did create a small list, and by small I mean probably larger than it should be, but I think I have 8 series on my list that I really want to get to in 2020. The first series that I know I want to read in 2020 is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I have her first 3 books, Stalking Jack the Ripper, Hunting Prince Dracula, which I believe is number 2, Escaping from Houdini, which I think is number 3. Hopefully I don't have them mixed up. And then the last one just came out, and it's something about the devil, Capturing the Devil, I think. I'll leave a picture of it here. So I own 3 of the 4 books, and I'm really hoping that this will be a series that I get to in 2020. And from my understanding, it is about this girl, and she wants to try to find Jack the Ripper, and so she obviously stalks him, trying to figure out who he is and trying to get him to stop these terrible murders. I've heard great things about this series. People tend to really love it. I heard if you're a Sarah J. Maas fan, then you would enjoy these. And I'm definitely a Sarah J. Maas fan, in case you didn't know that, and I'm excited to try these out. The next series that I want to read is a sci-fi series, and this is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. I also have Golden Sun, which is book 2, and Morning Star, which is book 3. My brother has the 4th book, and I will be borrowing that from him. This is actually his series. I gave this to him one year for Christmas. And so this is a science fiction world. It says, his wife taken, his people enslaved, driven by a longing for justice and the memory of lost love, Dara will stop at nothing to bring down his enemies, even if he must become one of them to do so. I've heard it's fantastic. My brother loved it. Everyone that I hear reads this gives it 5 out of 5. Other than the fact that it's like a sci-fi story, I really don't know that much else, but I hope I'm gonna love it. The next series that I'm hoping to read is Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and I have Renegades and Arch Enemies. I don't own the 3rd and final one yet, but it is out. It was released in November, so I'm hoping to get that one as well. This is a superhero or villain story. People tend to love it. That's all that I know. I have loved everything by her that I've read. I love the Lunar Chronicles. I don't think I'm going to love this quite as much as the Lunar Chronicles because fairy tale retellings are my thing, and I'm not as much of a superhero person. So I am thinking that I will enjoy this though, and let me know if you've read it in the comments down below and what you thought. The next series that I plan on reading this year, I also don't own the next one, and I think that's because it's not out yet, but once it's out, I will definitely be buying it, and that's Truly Devious and the Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. This is a middle grade mystery story. So it's about this girl who ends up at this academy, Ellingham Academy, which is a private school in Vermont, and back when the school was first founded, this mother and daughter end up missing, and this ends up to be end up being a cold case. And years later, when this young girl, she's in middle school, hence middle grade, gets there, she decides that she's going to figure out that cold case and solve the mystery of where they went. So I believe there's a 3rd book that is coming out in 2020, and people seem to love this, so I'm hoping to read it as well. So the next series that I plan on reading is The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. There's also The Winter of the Witch and The Girl in the Tower. I think this is book number 2. And this is The Winter of the Witch is book number 3. I'll have to double check that. But I'm excited about this. I was told that this is fairy tale-esque, but it's definitely dark. I know it takes place in the woods. So it is about this girl who lives on the edge of, or in the wilderness on the edge of Moscow, I think, and her mother dies, and she honors her dead, and they, I don't know, do all the things they need to do to honor the dead. And when her father goes to this city, he brings home a new wife, and her stepmother does not allow them to do the rituals they are supposed to honor the dead, and their crops start failing and all these things start happening. And I think there's demons and ghosts and things like that, so it's a dark fantasy story. I was told that this is slow, but that it's worth it. Power through, it gets really good, and I'm here for it. So the next series that I want to read is The Last Name Zara by Kristen Cicerelli. I love this cover. Like, I just can't get over how pretty it is. I'm not even sure if you can see how sparkly it is, but I just love this. And I just tried reading it and it was still like a little confusing, but I've heard pretty good things about it. This is about this princess, I believe. It says that she's the daughter of a king, but it doesn't seem like she's really treated like a princess. But anyway, she has a poisonous power that can draw the deadliest dragons out of hiding, and then she conquers each one and brings its head to the king. But no kill can free her from the shackles that await at home, her betrothed. So she is betrothed to a cruel man, and he is like blackmailing her, and it's their story. On the front it says, "A forbidden love, a kingdom at war, and a secret that will change everything." I've had this for a couple years. I do own the second one, but I'm just not sure where it is at the moment. I think it's only a trilogy, but I want to give this a try this year because I've had it for too long. I've had it, I think, since 2017, maybe beginning of 2018, but I've had it for a couple years. So the last one that I'm going to talk about is a V.E. Schwab book. I want to read A Darker Shade of Magic series. Now, I own A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light. And I think this is books 2 and 3. So I'm missing 1 and 4. I think there's 4. Maybe it's only 3. I don't know, but I'm missing the first one. So I can't start this until I get the next one. But I do want to read this. I don't really know what this is about, because I can't even read the summary for A Darker Shade of Magic because I don't own it. So I do have to buy it. But I have heard really great things about it, so I definitely want to check it out. And I have the dark edition and like the normal edition, so that's kind of cool too to have them both. But I want to check this out. So there are many other series that I would love to get to. Even on these shelves I have other books I'd love to get to, but my goal, and you can't hold me to it because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, is to read these ones by like August and then make like a new one in the summer and be like, hey, how am I doing with these series? If I've checked them all off, then I can say like series I want to read by the end of the year and add to that. But if I'm not doing a good job, then I don't want to tell you I'm going to read other series because I just might not get to them. I'm not even sure how many I mentioned here. But there's plenty on here that I want to read. And there's even more that I didn't list. I think I have a list. Yeah, I have a list of 15, and I did not tell you 15 different series. And I know I won't get to 15, but these are some. What are some of the series that you are hoping to make a priority this year? Let me know in the comments below. Have you read any of the ones that I just mentioned? Should I make any of these a priority over the others? So thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I'll be back with a bookish video soon. As always, keep reading.